Hey buddy, Case here. Welcome back to the Clue event and Family Gather Quest for Stuff. Week 2 is here, which means Mrs. Peacock is probably going to be the character up for grabs. Let's see if I'm correct.
That's awesome!
Hello Mr. Griffin, I hear you're looking for Sergeant Gray's killer. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Mr. Green. I thought you were bald and always wore a white t-shirt. I think you're thinking of Mr. Clean. Right. Ever since he did those sexy Super Bowl commercials, I can't stop thinking about his butt in those white pants. Headed suspects have popped up. Is Mr. Green the murderer? Get one dubious hat. Still don't know who the character's gonna be. I said Mrs. Peacock, it could be Mr. Green. And we have to clear headed suspects with pepper spray. Goes on to say that in order to actually get the pepper spray, it's obtained from the dubious hats at the Dungeon Wine Club, supplies of safety tools, and we have to use bird feed to unlock cool prizes at the murderer's mansion, aka the craftable area. Purses help unlock Mrs. Peacock. So there we go. It's definitely Mrs. Peacock. Is Mr. Green the murderer? Well, we have to do like we did in the first week where we had to try to unlock Mrs. Peacock in the interrogation area. And this is the same thing, except it'll be Mr. Green. Of course, they will drop different things like magnifying glasses and green hats. Traded magnifying glasses at the murderer's mansion for prizes. Blah blah blah. Use green hats to unlock Mrs. Peacock. Furthering that it is Mrs. Peacock for the week. In order to get a dubious hat though, we have to...
I'm so excited!
Send characters off.
That may be the stupidest idea you've ever had.
There's Lois.
What's up, fools?
Jerome.
Hang on.
And that's it for now anyway. I'm assuming one of the craftable items will probably drop hats. And speaking of that actually, let's actually double check. No. The first one is safety tools, which I have enough of. I'll put that down eventually. The second one, I don't know what it is. Maybe some kind of like boa. Is that what you call it? Almost like a scarf. Sparkles? I don't know what that third one's supposed to be. And then... gloves? Long gloves? Peter, there are weirdos in hats outside. Are they all in white and does their truck say Rebo? No. Phew, good. Then the human-sized chocolate fountain lives another day. That would be fun.
Oh my god, have you seen this?
Peter, I'd like to finance your murder investigation. Anything you need, just ask. Awesome! I need laser tattoo removal. And before you ask, yes, it is very relevant to this investigation. No one's gonna listen to a guy who's got Chumbawamba tattooed on his forearm. I went all in on them way too early. So you think he got knocked up and then he got up again? Is that the lyrics for that kind of? Place the Dungeon Wine Club 3 pieces of evidence.
I'm reading you loud and clear.
Excuse me, Peter. We're gonna find your plates and other dishes. Dishes? Oh, look at me. I'm a fancy rich lady with fancy dishes. We don't do dishes here. We flatten the box the food came in and eat off of that. And Mrs. Peacock. That is definitely proof that we have to get them. So place the Dungeon Wine Club, which of course I can do. And 3 pieces of evidence. Can I do that yet? No, I still have to wait a couple hours for that. But in the meantime, let's look in the inventory. So we got the murder mystery box. Professor Plum. Also 3 green hats. Bird feed. 100 magnifying glasses is pretty cool. Chopper, Cop Quagmire, I guess. 170 clams is definitely awesome as well. Investigation board is not worth it, but it is kinda cool. I've always thought that sort of thing where you have to solve things. It's always been really interesting to me. That's why I've always really loved adventure games, where you have to solve puzzles and stuff. Growing up, I used to love playing those type of games. As we keep going, you know, you can buy the evidence if you want with clams. These are the different craftable items you can get. I still don't know what that is that drops. So let me figure out exactly what it's going to be. Alright, so to get these purses, what do we do again? Long dining table, get from kitchen supply shop and more, which I guess would be, is that here? Yeah, it's right here. Ah, sweet. Wow, is it even worth putting a character on? Like, this is before, look at the bars on the side, and this is after when I actually attached Colonel Mustard to this. The bald suspects go up a little bit, and the Mr. Green actually goes from medium to low. See? That is so lame. I'm assuming it probably goes up a lot when you get Mrs. Peacock. But anyway. We've also got these long gloves. White gloves. Bonnie visits a crime scene. No trace cleaning supply. I don't know how long it's going to take, I'm sorry. Because she's busy with the evidence. But D20s are common, I can't even remember now. It's common, so it shouldn't be too bad. What are these actually? Sparkles! Get from quarter of crazy. Well then, they've completely changed this up, haven't they? Instead of just being magnifying glasses, now there's more. So it's a bird feed. Which you get from the long dining table, kitchen supply shop, and more. And Peacock statue, basically you gotta send the characters off like you've been normally doing before. And I guess they're gonna drop somewhere here. We've got the green hats, study lounge, long dining table. Yeah, I'm assuming so. And then finally we got, is it boys? Stole. Stole? I've never heard of that word before. To describe that, Tom keep his head warm. Mort go incognito. And then the craftable building as well. Who's Tom? Tom Tucker?
Come and get some, punks.
It's Tom Tucker. How do I get this coconut oil? Is it coconut oil? Coconut cream? Coconut oil. Study lounge. Kitchen supply shop and more. Yeah. Like going back to this, obviously, I don't see anything here. So maybe if I tap Mr. Green? That's always for that. Oh, okay. They had his suspects drop the bird feed and the purse. And then the bald suspects drop the coconut oil. That makes sense. And I think Peter's actually done, so I should maybe get coconut oil? Is it from the study lounge as well? Let's double check. Yep. So they all drop it, which is good. Let's see. Here we go. 1, 2. 3. There should be one more around here. 4. So I still need 6 of the bird feed, but once again, I believe that's from the hatted dudes? Yes, it is from the hatted suspect. So if I get lucky with this, then of course I'll be able to get the bird feed, because it's always... You know what? What about that pepper spray they kept talking about? Well, this is how you get it. Dungeon Wine Club, we're gonna do this. Because unfortunately, when you do end up getting the hatted suspects from any one of these craftable buildings, then you actually have to get the pepper spray to clear these things. So it's not just tap, tap, tap like the bald suspects, unfortunately. There's an extra step involved, and it involves this. So let's just double check exactly who can get the Doobie's hat. Is it just the 2? Lois, Jerome, oh, and Chris. But Chris is busy. But before we wrap this up, 2 things. First of all, let's see if we can get any clams.
I rode into town on an ass. Yo mama's ass.
Oh, I love you too, fella. Believe it or not, I pop in every 100 years or so. Sure. How about this?
And finally, the old spin and win, Peter's pirate car. Let's see what we get. Nothing doing. So it's really kind of similar to the first week, except they've added a little bit of a wrinkle where you have to go one step further for certain things. In order to clear them, you have to actually get items first to then clear said items. I don't know if I said this before in the video, I think I did, but if I didn't, Mr. Green could be the most difficult to obtain, but just go through the different buildings to see which Mr. Green is the highest for the bar, like the meter, and then try to go for maybe that possible one. So I guess I'll see you with Mrs. Peacock down the road in the clue event. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.